Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the instant match reaction. Everton 0, Fulham 2. Carlo Ancelotti's worst display as Everton manager, I would say. Absolutely shambolic. Absolutely shambolic performance by Everton tonight against a team that had only won twice all season. And yeah, it was absolutely awful, and I think Carlo Ancelotti got it completely wrong tonight. Completely wrong. The players were just abysmal. But it's the manager's job to recognise, isn't it, what's going on before the game, during the game, subs and and all kinds. And I just think Carlo got it absolutely wrong tonight. We've lost games like Leeds, we've lost games like West Ham, we've lost games like Newcastle at home, but this one was the worst one. And to me, I just don't quite understand why we go into these games, and it's like we help the opposition by changing our team. We help the opposition by deciding that we're going to have a back four that has never played together. We have a midfield that doesn't work. I just don't understand why we do it. When we're away from home and it's like we're the underdogs, or we're going to be under the cosh, or we have to play in the counter-attack, it's like everybody's on it. And yet when we've played these games recently, we haven't set up right, and that's got to be on the manager, because you've got to react from the last home game, which was Newcastle. And you got to look at the situation. And yes, we were without Dom Calvert-Lewin, but you can't put Seamus Coleman and Luca Dean with a centre-back partnership that hasn't played together before, and then have a midfield three of Sigurdsson, James Rodriguez and Andre Gomez. You just can't do that as far as I'm concerned. I just think the manager got it completely wrong. And what makes it worse is we got to 0-0 at half-time, and he had a chance. He had a chance to make a statement and go, I'm making two subs. You've been awful. Pick anyone. And yet he didn't. And 2 or 3 minutes into the second half, they're 1-0 up, and that's it. That's game over. And it reminded me of Newcastle away more than anything else. I think Carlo sometimes gives the players too much leeway. He thinks that they're better than they are, or they're going to get us out of this. But when the shape's wrong, when the team's wrong, it's up to the manager to say, you know what, I've made a mistake here. You come off, you go on. And he made the subs too late. I don't even think the sub... Taking Tom Davies off was just a weird one, because I think the only way we were going to get back into the game was with fight. And that would give us a platform. That's where we keep getting it wrong at home. I can't understand why we think we can go and play games like Newcastle and Fulham, who are fighting for their lives, and go, oh, you know what, we'll just attack them. We're not really that good when we just try and attack teams. We spoke about this all season, of finding the balance of the team. And when we have a team which is an attacking lineup, it doesn't work. When we have 4 centre-backs playing in defence, and maybe Dean playing on the left, and, okay, maybe then Richarlison up front tonight, and maybe someone like Iwobi on the right, then there's more balance there. For me, you build wins off clean sheets. If we'd said tonight, right, we're not conceding tonight, we're going in with the same attitude we've had when we went away to Leeds or wherever else, I think we'd win the game, because I think what we do is we control it and then get ourselves a couple of chances and we take them. But tonight we were just so wide open, and that's got to be on the tactics and the team we set out. It was horrible performance. And listen, I know that we've had a lot of games and we played extra time the other night, and I understand that, but then don't send a team out that's got no pace in it against the Fulham team that actually are quite good in terms of holding onto the ball and creating chances. They've just been awful at defending and putting the ball in the back of the net. Well, tonight, a lad that they signed because we signed Josh King scores two against us on his debut. That if that is nothing more Everton than that, then I don't know what is. But why not just send the players out and go, no, Mina or Keane have to start. One of them has to start because Holgate's not good enough. He's just not good enough. He walks around like he's good enough, but he's not good enough. And Ben Godfrey's still a bit green, a little bit young. And I just think, again, and I said the same things after the Newcastle game, we paid them no respect with that lineup. No respect. We thought we could just turn up and beat them. And that's what's mad. Where if we turned up and went, no, we're playing 4 centre-backs, and we're going to have Richarlison, James Rodriguez, Gylfi Sigurdsson, and maybe a Wobie or Josh King on the pitch. They are our attacking players, and you don't have to worry about anything else. I just don't get that at all. Why we thought we're better? Why we think we're better than we are? I honestly don't know. I honestly don't. And listen, we're not going to get Champions League because of it. Because we can't win at home. If we had a home record like we had an away record, we'd be in Champions League places. So we're not going to get Champions League. We're not going to be anywhere near the Champions League places because we can't win games at home. We have too many players who stroll round. Mason Holgate tonight was one. Pick anyone in midfield in front of Decore and Tom Davis. Richarlison can't play up front on his own either. So there's too many. Whereas when we play 4 centre backs or 3 centre backs and Dean, we're hard to break down. And as I said, the manager had a good. He could have sorted it at half time. He could have brought on Josh King then and gone 4-4-2, or he could have brought Keane on at the back and gone at 0-0 and said, right, we're not going to concede, so we'll try and nick a goal at the other end. We've just literally that was a game there. It was a big opportunity to get, around the top 4 ahead of 2 massive games this week. And we've done what we always do. We've Evertoned it up, haven't we? We've gone full Everton. And yeah, you can't, every single player, not every single player, but nearly every single player was abysmal. Subs were abysmal. Manager, awful tonight. And if players don't want to be out there, if players are not fit, if players are tired, put someone else in. Simple as that. So Fulham came, pressed high, worked hard, got the rewards. That's what happens when you do that. We stroll, and what annoys me more than anything in the world is when we play away. That's how we play, and we come home and we just have this thing of we can just do what we want. And I don't get it myself. I don't get it. I don't know why the manager does it. I don't know why the players do it. And I don't understand why we're not learning from it as well. It's just. I'll be honest with you. I was thinking to myself, like, before the game, I wasn't massively optimistic because everyone thought that it was just going to be a walkover. But there's no games. West Brom drew Man United earlier on the day. We're getting to a stage of the season where players, teams and players are fighting for their lives. And if you're not one of those teams fighting for your life, then what's the point? I don't get it because we've still got lots to fight for as well. That's what I don't get. Just really, really frustrating tonight, and it's just Everton, isn't it? This is what we've come to. This is what we've come to Thingo. There are loads of trolls in the comments. I can see that. Loads of dickheads. Mike Dunhill, he's one. And there's some other. They were just trolls. They're not Evertonians. They're just trolls. Don't worry about them. But again, we were slow. We had no pace about us. We had no outball because Don wasn't playing. And in the end, it cost us. And we have to learn from it, and the manager has to learn from it that he can't just stick players out and expect us to turn teams over. We have to work hard and and deserve to win games. I always say that you have to win the fight before anything. Oh, I don't know. Just looking at some of your comments here. A lot of people are same opinion on the manager getting it wrong. The thing about it is, I've seen people saying, "Oh, Hammers has to do this, or Gomez has to do that, or Gylfi has to do this." They can't play together. They can play when they've got pace and power around them, but they can't play together. And when you add other players into it, you know, into the fact that Seamus Coleman and, you know, Abdul Decore looked knackered, I'll give him that. To be honest, I thought the only one who I thought Tom looked all right. Don't know why he took him off. But we need pace. We need pace and we need power. And obviously we missed Dom massively tonight. But there's too much playing backwards. Too much going backwards when we've got the ball. Too much playing safe. Too much passing along the back line. You know, you didn't see them do that. They were pressing really high. Yeah, just crap. Just crap. Yeah, loads of knobheads in the comments as always. Bad Mathew Reds, of course. I mean, they really should look at their own team before coming into ours. But yeah, next season we've got to get pace in the team. We've got to get pace and we've got to get power. And listen, there's loads of people here loads of people are saying, "Oh, the Derby and Man City." But they're games that this season we've turned up in. That's the thing. Those games take care of themselves. I'm not worried about the Derby. I'm not worried about Man City. They'll take care of themselves. It's these games that we should have had an extra 12 points from, because we should have beat Leeds, we should have beat West Ham, we should have beat Newcastle, and we should have beat Fulham, but we didn't turn up. Simple as that. Simple as that. Anyway, listen, go and enjoy your Marks and Spencer's meal, £20 meal for two, or whatever you're having tonight. It's Valentine's Day. Don't let Everton ruin it. It is just the way it is. It's Everton after all. I'm looking forward to getting back to one game a week and getting that defence sorted, and stop chopping and changing it every 5 minutes or every game, because I think that's undone us as well. Messing around with the back four every other game as well is messed us about as well. There you go. Loads of people in the comments. They've gone now in terms of this channel. They can comment all they want. Do you know what, Jenny Radcliffe? I was calling for Mason Holgate to be the captain. I absolutely was. No issues with that at all. But he's just not at centre back. I don't know who he thinks he is. When he plays right back, he's all right. But when he plays centre back, I don't know who he thinks he is in his head. Like, he thinks he's like Beckenbauer or somebody. Last season, he was on it because he had to fight for his place. But I don't know why. Don't know what he's done this season. I know he didn't start till he didn't start till November time. I come back from the injury December time. But at centre back, he just strolls around. The first thing I'd do to him is, if I seen him walk onto a pitch chewing gum, I'd take that out your mouth straight away. Get your head on the game. His passing tonight was absolutely abysmal. And I'll be honest, I did think he had the character. But you know what? Ben Godfrey has shown him up big time about that. Being switched on to, everything that's going on. Because you can't just stroll around and just think you're a Premier League footballer but not act like a Premier League footballer on the pitch. So you're absolutely right. I did want him for captain. I thought he had the right ingredients, but he's just recently gone backwards. He has to switch. He reminds me of John Stones at City. The way, don't get me wrong, John Stones is a much better player, but he reminds me of the way John Stones started, just thinking, I don't have to defend. I can just be dead good on the ball and do Cruyff turns. But listen, it's one of those nights, but unfortunately we've had loads of these at home this season. And I know it wouldn't happen if we had fans there. But it is what it is. Ah, there you go. Very, very disappointing. And yeah, we had a great chance to get that 40 points and then jump up from there. So, there you go. I'm going to leave it there. I've said enough already. Make sure to join me for my player ratings. I'll be doing that in about 10 minutes, if not sooner, because I just want to get done. Make sure to check out Baz's videos as well. We'll be live tomorrow on Patreon for the final word. Make sure to join us if you're on Patreon already. And if you want to join us on Patreon, the link is in the description and will be on the screen as well. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later.